It's week 2 of the NFL, and the wait is over for this rivalry game. It's the Bills and the Dolphins under the lights on Thursday night.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And able to get this out to the 25. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
Allen going to look to throw on the first play. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down. Now a guy who played his high school ball at Miami Central, it's James Cook. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Here's Allen to throw it. And that is incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play, and third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. The Dolphins head out, led by the NFL's leading passer in 2023, now in his 5th season, Tua Tagovailoa.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test his secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
Here's Tua. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down. In motion is Washington. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end, and that play going nowhere. Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Got the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. And they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, it's just the way the schedule lines up because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play Week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season? Or Week 15 when you've had a season's worth of bumps and bruises to factor in, and who knows what your record might be at that time as well?
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Woods the receiver in motion right. Allen from the gun on third down. Allen hit. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
So Miami coming out for their second drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them, but I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. This one thrown underneath to Achane. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Here's Jake Bailey now. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Allen. That's caught. It's the former Bill, Gabe Davis. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting routes.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. To the air, Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Motion man is Shakir. Allen now looks to throw. Setting up the screen for Cook. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. But you look at this defense. They come into this one 9th in the NFL against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
Now that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. 35 yards that time on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now 1st down. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. And he is going to lose yardage here. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. McKenzie now to return it. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now out come the Bills. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 7 catches, 57 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
Allen going to throw. Shakir hauls it in. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Throwing now is Allen. Completes to Shakir once again. And he's going to get this inside the 30. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
To throw, it's Allen. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Has his man, it's Shakir. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. This defense for the Dolphins, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw opponents on the ground.
The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Dolphins about set to go to work on offense. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Achane to start the drive. First by him near the 35. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2nd and a couple. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Tua going to throw. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. From the 46, here's a 2nd and 4. Waddle, the motion man right. Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9. Now Tua. That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. The Dolphins at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And the drive finished off with a touchdown run from Devon Achane. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. From the 31, here's 2nd and 3. Now Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Looking for James Cook out of the backfield that time. And it's 3rd and short. You talk about this Miami defense. This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
With their lack of pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against some people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league. So there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Now Allen. He will find Davis on the left side complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Allen again. Quick slant here to Woods. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Here's Allen to throw it. To the sideline and incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Caught right side, Davis. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Motion man is Shakir. Allen from the gun on third down. Running the slant, that's Robert Woods. And the Bills are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did. Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Allen to throw once more. Over the middle, it's complete. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's third and goal.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. James Cook, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills are once again back in front. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Devon Achane of the offense ready to go once again. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat, make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll have a Dolphins first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. From the gun, it's Tua. That ball caught by his rookie wideout. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And he fires one, but incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. To return is McKenzie. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Bills ready to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Allen. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Try to get that pass to Khalil Shakir, and it's second down. To the air, Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
In motion goes the tight end. Here's Allen. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
To throw, it's Allen. And Cook has it, left side. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Has his man. It's Shakir. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The kick by Bass is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Miami set to take over. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So here are the Bills to take over. They're leading right now and on the heels of that victory last week against Arizona. 1st and 10 as they start this drive. So after the INT, it's Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Davis. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing now is Allen. Over the middle, complete. It's Woods. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Allen now looks to throw. To the right side here, caught by Kincaid. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. Now Allen. This is caught. It's Woods. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 36 yards on the play.
Well, he looked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps, and delivers a big play here for this offense.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. And again, it's Allen. That's caught. Kincaid for the Bills touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Bills are able to stretch out their lead. So this all solid in the area. Now they week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Miami's offense set and ready to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Tua going to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just 2 inches left. And this will be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's going to be caught by Waddle. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Here's Tua. This one thrown underneath to Achane. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. 2nd and 10. Tua setting up shop to throw again. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
Now Tua. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's 4th down.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Sanders' kick is good. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by dialing up a long one. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he's going to have a Bills first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. As far as the early games go in that 1 o'clock window, we'll be focused on that game in Nashville. A big one for the Titans as they'll square off against the New York Jets. In the late afternoon games, the place to be might very well be Denver, Colorado, where it'll be the Broncos taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. And finally, on Monday Night Football, it's the Falcons and Eagles from Philly at 8:15 Eastern Time. We saw some strong work from James Cook in that first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and a couple. Play action. Now it's Tua. That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Tua sets up to pass it. And a quick throw here. That's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now a 2nd and 2. Looking to pass. Tua. Throw caught by Achane. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Tua to throw again. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. A run straight ahead with Achane. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 68 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins have cut it back within a score. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Bills' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
This 2nd and 4. Now Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 36. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
Really good job there of understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there. And that's something Kincaid did plenty of throughout his impressive rookie campaign that saw him surpass 600 receiving yards. Yes, we knew he was a reliable pass catcher coming out of college. Now we think he can ascend to another level.
And Davis has it over the middle. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 23 yards on the play. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Allen to throw once more. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, it's Allen. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bills. Gabriel Davis, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills are able to add on to that lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, 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 and finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Gabriel Davis. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Tua and the rest of the Dolphin offense back out onto the field. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, The body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route too.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end, and he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Tua finding Gesicki there for a Dolphin first. From the gun, it's Tua. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He'll dump this off to Achane. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. The throw out wide going to be incomplete. The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's 4th down.
You still hold your breath a little as a defense when Tua gets out of the pocket. You're worried about him scrambling and getting a first down. But there, he made the wise call. If there's nothing downfield, just throw it away.
Sanders' kick is good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter, look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Bills offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down. Throwing now is Allen. Has his man, it's Shakir. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Here now, 3rd and a yard. To throw, it's Allen. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. Allen going to throw. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it 2nd down. Cook up the gut. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 46 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Now Allen. Another targeting catch for Robert Woods. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Back now in Miami. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the 4th quarter. Here's Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. And again, it's Allen. That's complete to Davis. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. To the air, Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Here's Allen to throw it. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Allen. Shakir hauls it in. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Now this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. Allen now looks to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Dolphins offense and running back Devon Achane making their way back out. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. Now Tua. That's going to be caught by Waddle. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that will bring up 2nd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Here's Tua. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 5. From midfield, here's Tua. Open man is Waddle, complete. And Waddle going to have a Dolphins first down as he's going to get this down to the 45-yard line. Tua going to throw. Now a short one to Gesicki. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down. Whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Tua to throw again. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. So the completion good for 7 there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Tua sets up to pass it. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. And again, it's Tagovailoa. Throw caught by Achane. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. In motion, the tight end. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. That is caught. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Dolphins have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. And we may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are right back in this football game. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback in a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. After the turnover, it's Tua. That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. On play action, here's Tua. Open man downfield as Waddle has got it. And they will finally catch him, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 46 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
They'll run Achane. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another second and goal. One more time with Achane. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They get 5 on the run, but it leaves them with a tough third and goal forthcoming. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a fourth down. Well played.
The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins have tied things up here in the fourth. Now, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got the 2-minute warning to come up? Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And we essentially have a brand-new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter. That'll be complete to Cook. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the fourth quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
Now, quick throw there is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. To throw, it's Allen. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. This to the tight end, Kincaid. And he's taken down inside the 30. This is 1st and 10. Allen, first down. Here's the run with Cook. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. To throw is Allen. Here's Devin Singletary. He played in this state at Florida Atlantic. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout, as he'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Now Allen on 3rd down. They go with Singletary. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Bass is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
The Dolphins offense and receiver Jalen Waddle getting set for this next possession. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Here's second down and 3. Here's Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field?
Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. Here's first and 10. Throwing Tua. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2. Tua. He'll buy some time right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Well, this fan base on the losing side, Charles, they're going to be talking about this one for a while. They ultimately decided to try to come up with a touchdown on that last play when all they needed was the field goal to force overtime.
Yeah, and the reasoning behind it, that's what we're all waiting to hear, because sometimes there's things that we don't see on the surface. Did the coach feel like, if he tied the game, they couldn't go any farther, they had too many injuries? I'm not sure what was going on there, but I'm with you. I'm stunned they didn't try and kick the field goal there.
So for Buffalo, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.